The courtyard of Lumisa Castle bursts with life as knights spar and merchants trade, filling the air with energy. Daren watches the lively scene, his face etched with quiet contemplation. The vibrant energy of the courtyard contrasts with Daren's pensive mood. In the Lumisa throne room, Daren sits, his face a mask of grim determination. Xero's incursions are becoming bolder, Your Majesty. They've seized another village near the western border. Another advisor warns. We must respond decisively, or they will continue to encroach upon our lands. Daren's voice cuts through the tension. We have tried diplomacy. Xero has spat on them. It seems they only understand one language now. Daren declares, I am suggesting we prepare for one. We will not cower while Xero steals our lands and threatens our people. Under the veil of night, Daren and Elisa meet secretly in the garden, their figures cloaked in shadow. We shouldn't be meeting like this, Elisa. It's too dangerous, Daren whispers, his voice laced with concern. Elisa responds, But I had to see you, Daren. With the conflict escalating, I fear for what tomorrow may bring. Daren confesses, I'm torn, Elisa. My loyalty to my people clashes with the love I have for you. Elisa cries, And I, Daren, am caught between my duty and my heart. This war, it threatens to tear us apart. Elisa attends a war council in Xero Castle, her face etched with inner turmoil. Her father, the ruler, sits at the head of the table, his expression unyielding. The weight of the impending conflict settles heavily as the council discusses expansion. Lumisa readies itself for war, the air thick with anticipation and dread. The courtyard resonates with the sharp, metallic ring of steel against steel, each strike a grim reminder of the battle to come. Arrows whistle through the air, finding their marks with deadly precision, as archers hone their skills in a deadly ballet of war. The city holds its breath, a palpable tension hanging heavy as Lumisa prepares for the siege. The borderlands erupt as Lumisa and Xero clash, shattering the peace. The landscape is scarred by war as the armies collide. Daren stands before his advisors, the burden of his decision reflected in his weary expression. Sunlight filters through stained glass windows, casting colorful patterns on the silent, stunned faces of the advisors. He declares his choice: to surrender the borderlands to Xero, a desperate gamble to avert further bloodshed. Lumisa's streets resonate with shock and anger as news of Daren's surrender sweeps through the city. Faces contort in disbelief. A collective sense of betrayal hangs heavy in the air. Daren's decision is seen as a crushing sign of weakness, shattering the city's hope. Sunlight floods the war room as Elisa stands among maps and battle plans, her face a mask of grim anticipation. Elisa's voice rises, disbelief and fury intertwining. Daren surrendered? He just gave up? Her eyes flash with betrayal as she spits out the accusation. How could he be so cowardly, so disloyal? Xero's army continues its relentless advance towards Lumisa, defying the city's surrender. Lumisa is now under siege, a city held captive by an unrelenting force. Daren, encased in shining armor, stands in the silent hall of Lumisa Castle. The distant war drums echo. Daren surveys the preparations, his face etched with grim determination. His decision has failed to prevent the inevitable. War has arrived at their doorstep. Daren clenches his fist, his resolve hardening. He will defend his city, no matter the cost. The siege of Lumisa ignites. Arrows fill the sky. Swords meet with violent force. Lumisa burns. Amidst the chaos of the battlefield, Daren stands resolute, leading the defense with unwavering courage. The battle rages with unrelenting intensity around them. Elisa arrives in Lumisa, her face reflecting a blend of resolve and release. She walks through the hallways, each step a firm declaration of her choice to stand with Daren. The weight of her love for Daren and her devotion to Lumisa crushes her former ties to Xero. A tender smile touches her lips as she envisions a shared future, fighting together for their homeland. Daren and Elisa huddle together at the secret tunnel entrance, shadows playing around them. They pore over the worn map, fingers tracing routes, anticipation building with each mark. Their shared knowledge of the land gives them an advantage. Under the cloak of night, Daren and Elisa launch a series of bold raids on the enemy camp. The night air vibrates with anticipation as they cut off supply lines. The enemy's morale shatters. Daren and Elisa stand in the war room, faces bathed in the ethereal glow of holographic displays. Tactical maps dance around them as they dissect Xero's battle plans. Daren pinpoints a chink in Xero's armor. Elisa confirms. Her fingers dance across the control panel, revealing schematics. Daren and Elisa, united in battle, fight side by side. Their movements, fluid and synchronized, reflect the strength of their bond amid the chaos of war. Their courage ignites a renewed determination in their troops. The citizens of Lumisa gather, their hope ignited by Daren and Elisa's presence. Daren and Elisa stand in the silent heart of the abandoned temple, the scent of dust thick in the air. Moonlight casts skeletal shadows across the floor, illuminating their hidden love. The distant echoes of war serve as a stark reminder of the chaos outside, and their love deepens. In this moment, amidst the devastation, their love deepens. They realize it has been there, all along. A silent promise, waiting to be discovered. On the desolate battlefield, Daren stands defiant, facing Marcella, the formidable commander of Xero's forces. The air crackles with anticipation as Daren prepares to unleash his meticulously crafted trap. His gaze intense, Daren unveils his strategic masterstroke, poised to shatter Marcella's army. Beneath the forest canopy, Elisa stands, her face etched with the turmoil of love and loyalty. Sunlight dances through the leaves, illuminating the battle waged in her eyes. She ultimately chooses to side with Daren. On the battlefield, Daren and Elisa stand side by side. They fight as one, each move complementing the other, turning the tide of the battle. Lumisa Castle stands tall, symbolizing triumph as the city celebrates its newfound liberation. The people erupt in cheers, their faces reflecting the hope and gratitude for the heroes who delivered them from darkness. Daren and Elisa are lifted high, their names echoing in the cheers of the liberated. The crowd hoists Elisa onto their shoulders, celebrating her as a symbol of resilience and liberation. In the scarred throne room, Daren and Elisa stand before their people, a tableau of resilience amidst the ruins. People of Lumisa, we have endured much, we have lost much, but we are not broken, Daren declares, his voice resonating with unwavering strength. Elisa's voice rings out. Today, we begin anew. We will rebuild our city, brick by brick, and we will forge a lasting peace with Xero. Daren continues. This will not be easy. There will be challenges, but with courage, compassion, and unwavering resolve, we will prevail. Elisa concludes with fervent hope. Let us work together, Lumisa and Xero, to create a future where our children can thrive, free from the shadow of war. Bathed in golden sunlight, Daren and Elisa stand radiant, their wedding day a beacon of hope. The courtyard bursts with the joyous cheers of guests, their faces reflecting the promise of peace. Their union signifies more than love. It is a pledge of enduring peace between kingdoms. Daren and Elisa, faces marked by resolve, jointly govern Lumisa. They labor relentlessly, studying maps and scrolls, intent on healing the scars of war and nurturing unity among their people. Sunlight pours through the towering windows, lighting the floating dust particles. Daren and Elisa walk side by side through the heart of Lumisa, their presence a beacon of reassurance amidst the city's bustle. They pause, heads tilted slightly, listening intently to the voices of their people, their faces etched with empathy and understanding. With a shared glance of determination, Daren and Elisa stride forward, ready to meet the challenges of their people with unwavering resolve. Daren and Elisa stand together in the castle gardens, a sanctuary brimming with life, bathed in the warmth of the sun. Their eyes meet, a silent acknowledgement of shared trials and triumphs, as the scent of blooming flowers fills the air. A gentle breeze whispers through the leaves, a soft reminder of the battles fought and the brighter future they now embrace. In the dimly lit throne room, shadows dance as Daren confronts Elisa with a heavy heart. Elisa, we need to talk about Marcella, Elisa replies, her voice heavy with resignation. I know, Daren. It's just complicated, Daren retorts, frustration evident. Complicated doesn't begin to cover it. The strain between you two is palpable. It affects everything. Elisa sighs, her gaze distant. She doesn't understand. She wants me to be someone I'm not. Daren and Elisa stroll through the Lumisa countryside, exchanging greetings with farmers and villagers. They pause to listen, their expressions earnest as the locals recount their worries and experiences. The sun bathes the scene in a golden glow, stretching long shadows across the verdant fields. In the Lumisa library, Daren and Elisa sit, bathed in the gentle light of oil lamps, surrounded by towering stacks of ancient texts. They lean in, their brows furrowed in deep concentration, seeking ancient wisdom within the faded pages. The cryptic symbols on the old documents dance before their eyes, revealing secrets of their future reign. Daren and Elisa stand on the edge of transformation, watching the borderlands spring back to life. Lumisa and Xero workers unite, rebuilding hope from the ashes of the past. The sounds of hammers and saws blend with laughter, creating a symphony of unity. In the stillness of Lumisa Castle, shadows lengthen as whispers of hidden powers begin to stir. The air grows heavy with secrets. The fragile peace is threatened. In the Lumisa war room, Daren and Elisa stand, the holographic table casting an eerie glow on their faces. Daren's anxiety heightens. We're running out of time, Elisa. Their influence is spreading like a virus. Elisa responds with concern. I know, but we're still missing a key piece. Who's pulling the strings? What's their endgame? Daren's determination intensifies. We need to dig deeper, uncover their network, every contact, every resource, everything. Elisa's agreement echoes with resolve. Agreed. We need to expose the truth, Daren, before it's too late. In the secret archives, Daren and Elisa navigate through towering shelves of ancient books, dust motes swirling in the flashlight's beam. Elisa runs a gloved hand along a row of leather-bound books, her brow furrowed in concentration as she searches for something. Daren carefully opens a thick, brittle volume to reveal a sprawling family tree. Elisa leans in, tracing the branches of the family tree, a shocking revelation dawning on her face. In Lumisa Castle, Daren and Elisa confront Marcella amidst flickering candlelight, their faces etched with unspoken tension. The heavy silence between them is a poisoned dart, aimed at the heart of their alliance. Daren and Elisa stand firm, their resolve echoing through the ancient halls of Lumisa Castle. The ancient stones of Lumisa Castle stand as silent witnesses to their solemn vow. They pledge to uncover the truth behind the secret alliance, a looming shadow threatening their city. The city streets hum with the rhythm of daily life, its inhabitants oblivious to the shadows gathering beneath their feet. Unseen, the city's pulse quickens as the threads of destiny tighten around its unsuspecting populace. In Lumisa, the ordinary veils the extraordinary, as the mundane marches toward an unknown precipice. In the heart of the ancient library, Daren and Elisa are engrossed in their quest. Surrounded by towering shelves of aged texts, they search for clues within the ancient texts, hoping to unravel the mysteries of the secretive faction. Beneath a starless sky, ancient trees guard secrets as shadows stir in the forest. Figures cloaked in darkness gather in a hidden clearing, their faces concealed, voices whispering secrets. A small fire flares in the center, casting eerie shadows that dance with the promise of doom. Daren and Elisa move through Lumisa Castle, their expressions reflecting the weight of leadership. They exchange a worried glance, acknowledging the growing unrest within the castle walls. Whispers echo around them, intensifying the sense of unease and suspicion. On the desolate borderlands, a patrol encounters disturbing evidence, the remnants of a faction's hidden activities. The unmistakable signs confirm their clandestine presence, hinting at ominous intentions lurking beneath the surface. The air grows heavy with unspoken dread as the weight of their discovery settles upon them. Daren and Elisa stand in the hall. The fate of Lumisa hangs heavy in the air. Daren's voice cuts through the silence. "We must act swiftly, Elisa. Lumisa's survival depends on it." Elisa's response echoes his concern. "I agree, Daren, but what is our next move? The enemy is strong, and time is running out." Candlelight flickers, casting dancing shadows that mirror the urgency of their quest. Under the cloak of night, Daren and Elisa infiltrate the faction's secret hideout, their movements like whispers in the dark. Every shadow holds a secret as Daren and Elisa meticulously gather intelligence. Their senses heightened, their mission critical. The air crackles with anticipation as they work to uncover the faction's hidden plans, each step a gamble in the night. Inside the Grand Lumisa Castle, Daren and Elisa face their advisors, the impending conflict casting long shadows across their faces. Maps detail the upcoming battle, each line and contour a stark reminder of the grim reality ahead. The weight of their discovery presses down, etching worry lines onto their faces. Chaos erupts as the faction launches an attack, turning the city into a war zone. Daren and Elisa command the castle's defense, their voices ringing with resolve. The defenders of Lumisa brace themselves against the faction's relentless assault. Amidst the clash of steel and the flutter of banners, the destiny of Lumisa teeters on the edge. On the battlefield, the chaos of clashing steel fills the air. A brutal ballet of death. Arrows rain down, finding their marks among the struggling warriors. The earth is soaked with blood, a grim testament to the day's carnage. Side by side, Daren and Elisa stand tall, their shared love bolstering their resolve. Their unwavering determination ignites the hearts of their troops, fueling their courage. Under the cloak of night, Daren and Elisa stand before the faction leader, the flickering torches painting shadows of doubt on their faces. A silent understanding passes between Daren and Elisa, their eyes reflecting a shared resolve. The wind whispers secrets through the trees, hinting at the weight of the revelation about to unfold. With the faction defeated, Lumisa Castle stands in serene silence, peace restored. Daren and Elisa face their people, their figures radiating strength and resolve. His voice booms across the courtyard. "We promise to build a stronger Lumisa." Elisa stands firm, her voice echoing with unity. A Lumisa united, bathed in morning light, Daren and Elisa sit in Lumisa Castle, shadows stretching long across the stone, echoing the silent strength of battles past. The air hangs heavy with unspoken reflections, each stone whispering tales of trials overcome and victories hard won. Together, they build a future, brick by brick, on foundations forged in fire and tempered by trust. Lumisa rises from the ashes, its people united in spirit. Determined hands begin to rebuild, brick by brick, hope by hope. Children play amidst the construction, their laughter echoing through the rising city. In the heart of Lumisa Castle, Daren and Elisa find solace, their love a beacon of hope. Daren and Elisa stand together, watching Lumisa and Xero. A sense of hope and lasting peace fills the air. Inside Lumisa Castle, Daren and Elisa sit at a large, ornate table bathed in sunlight. Dust motes dance in the air, illuminated by the sun. Daren and Elisa travel through the Lumisa countryside, making stops in rural communities. They listen intently to the residents, absorbing their concerns. Daren and Elisa work diligently to address the residents' needs. In Lumisa Castle, Daren and Elisa are cloaked in shadows, their figures illuminated only by the flickering candlelight. They are hunched over their desks, engrossed in their work. Their faces, illuminated by the soft glow, are etched with determination. The streets pulse with jubilant lumisons, their cheers echoing through the city as banners dance in the wind. Amidst the revelry, Daren and Elisa are lifted high, their smiles radiant as they're carried through the crowd. Elisa's laughter mingles with the city's triumphant roar, her spirit soaring as she is carried aloft. Within Lumisa Castle, Daren and Elisa stand tall, their regal attire a symbol of power as they prepare to welcome the ambassadors. Banners bearing the crests of different kingdoms hang high, filling the hall with diplomatic tension. Daren extends a hand, his warm smile a beacon of hope for lasting peace. Elisa nods regally, her eyes scanning the faces of the assembled dignitaries, seeking allies in the crowd. Daren and Elisa walk through the castle gardens, sharing a quiet moment. The sunlight filters through the trees, casting a gentle glow on their faces. They pause, the tranquility of the gardens a welcome respite from their demanding lives. Within the ancient walls of Lumisa Castle, Daren and Elisa share a romantic dinner, bathed in the gentle glow of flickering candlelight. The candlelight dances across their faces, reflecting the burgeoning love in their eyes. Each whispered word and shared glance intensifies the depth of their blossoming romance. Daren and Elisa stand together with Xero, their faces radiant with hope as banners flutter in the breeze. Banners of both cities flutter gently, celebrating the dawn of newfound peace. Laughter and chatter fill the air as citizens from both sides mingle freely, bridging divides with joy. The sun bathes the borderlands in a warm, hopeful glow, illuminating a future filled with promise. Sunlight streams into Lumisa Castle, illuminating Daren and Elisa as they pore over ancient scrolls at a grand table. The weight of their task settles heavily as they study the documents, their faces etched with concern. Daren and Elisa venture across the expansive Lumisa countryside, a journey of dedication and hope. They pause at a local school, a beacon of knowledge in the rural landscape. They arrive at a hospital, a sanctuary of healing amidst the sprawling fields. Daren and Elisa stand resolute amidst the ancient stones of Lumisa Castle, their faces illuminated by the flickering candlelight. Long shadows dance around them, weaving tales of battles fought and strategies yet to unfold. Every gaze reflects profound respect for Daren and Elisa, their outstanding leadership etched in the city's heart. Sunlight floods the war room of Lumisa Castle as Daren and Elisa stand resolute, the dust motes dancing in the light. A messenger, breathless and disheveled, kneels before them, delivering urgent news that could change everything. Daren's voice echoes with determination. "We must protect our city, our people. We will not let this threat consume us." Elisa stands firm beside him, her voice ringing with resolve. "Agreed. We stand together, as always. For Lumisa." In the courtyard of Lumisa Castle, Daren and Elisa stand side by side, their resolve solidifying as they face an unknown future. Their eyes lock, love shining through the anticipation of the trials ahead. The air crackles with the unspoken vow of unwavering support, their hearts beating as one against the looming challenges. In Lumisa's throne room, Daren and Elisa face their advisors, bathed in the light of history. Sunlight spills through arched windows, illuminating ancient tapestries that tell of Lumisa's past. Daren gestures towards a holographic projection, revealing the approaching threat. In the heart of the city streets, the residents of Lumisa stand united, ready to confront the trials ahead. Daren and Elisa stand at the forefront, embodying the spirit of resilience and hope for their community. A unified front against the looming challenges, the people of Lumisa gather, their determination unwavering. Daren and Elisa stand together, their unified presence a beacon of hope for Lumisa.